at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go. Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Good Tuesday morning, JP, 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. 800-771-1025 is the phone number. Love to hear from you today. If you got something you want to talk about, feel free to give us a holler. At JP on your radio on Twitter and Instagram. Good morning to Monifa and to Dizzy. How are you guys today?
Buenos dias.
Yo, yo, yo. All right, you. What's with this disciples thing?
Wait. Can we, before we get into that, can we do it?
Oh, you want to do the money? Let's do the money.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. This hour's keyword is
Loot. Give me the loot. Now, your job is to take that word loot, L-O-O-T, and go to the free 1025 The Bone app. Look for Calta Summer Vacay Payday. Put in the word loot. You have until 11:30 for your shot to get in there and get your name on the list for one of the winners today. And at the end of the day, if we call your name, you will have $1,000. Your next shot at it will be at 12, and then again at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 p.m. All right? Good luck. The word is loot. Now, disciples. Where the hell did this come from?
It was
how long until you start selling T-shirts?
I'm gonna start selling T-shirts immediately. Actually, the guy who made your banners, when he heard the joke, he was like, "I'm already working on rough drafts. Let me know which one you like." So,
where did it come from?
It was I was in the YouTube chat. Shout out to the YouTube chat that is live during this show.
Go in there, don't I?
Yeah, John Sending show. So I was during Sending show, and I forget how we got on the subject. Someone was like, "Man, you got a big fan base here in the chat room." I was like, "Oh, I need a name for it," and it just immediately clicked. I was like, "Oh, Disciples," and they're like, "We love it." I was like, "Let's just go with that," and it was a joke. And one of the guys from chat was at the Beach Bash, Jesse, and he came up to me and he showed me a bunch of like mock images for Disciples, and I was like,
Are you
this
Jesus
is
in
awesome.
any of them?
Yeah, it's basically me, like my hands are out,
yeah,
and I'm standing on a rock, and all these people are listening to me, but it's like Jesus dressed as me, you know, like me as a version of Jesus.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Why?
What, you dressed as Jesus?
Yeah.
Especially when the other guy on your show, you know, the guy whose name is on the show, looks like Jesus?
Yeah.
You should probably come up with a different, I like the name. I like the name, but you can only have one Jesus on your show.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
Wait, are you saying you look like Jesus? Am I missing?
No,
No,
Senning
John
looks like
Senning.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Now you can have.
Senning looks like Jesus dropped him off on the beach.
Yeah. He beach bum Jesus.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a great name for a band.
Beach bum Jesus. It is kind of, that does have a ring to it.
That's pretty good. At Reggae Rise Up, Beach Bum Jesus?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well,
They're on the main stage.
for the record, I made this up as a joke, and look at the run it's getting. It's catching on. Disciples.
Where is... I'm not going to name it. How are we
I'm
spelling
not
it?
going to name. Come on, you can do better than that.
Let me
Why?
hear
I like the
some-
name.
yeah, let me
I
hear
know
some.
I'm not. I don't have a need to. But I feel like Disciples.
Right.
It has a. What's the word? It has almost like is it culty?
I mean, isn't every
What about
fan
Legion
base?
of Drew? LOD.
Yeah.
Legion,
You know?
though, I don't know. And that was LOD is better than Legion of Drew, and they go by LOD. Do you know what I mean?
Right. So what do you... I like Disciples. Is it Dizzciples?
Yeah, Dizzciples. Yeah.
Oh, onesie. I spelled
onesie.
it Dizzciples. Like the Dizz replaced the Dis. But I must. That's why you need branding, because we're all spelling it wrong, and it needs to be.
Well, he's just starting it out.
Yeah.
What is it? Is this day one?
This is
What,
basically
started yesterday?
Yeah, it's technically yesterday. So,
All right. Well, you're off and running. Somebody will have a tattoo.
oh
Okay.
man,
And this is what I'm saying.
please do
Let's not do cult stuff.
No,
Let's
do
just
it.
make it like, okay.
drink the Kool-Aid with your boy.
Yeah, somebody will. If the prize is right, somebody will have a. They'll either have a. It depends on what setting wants to do. It's either going to be like a vroom vroom, or it's going to be a disciples.
What does John
Tattoo.
say about it?
For the right reasons.
Oh, I'm sure John loves anything that's at a good humor and fun. So,
Right.
I mean, we didn't really dive into it and talk about it. And I'm like, yo, I got this branding and blah, blah, blah. It was a kind of a one-off joke that, like, gained some steam. And I was like, oh, okay. If we need a little name as a joke, let's do it. Like you just said, they got Legion of Drew, Disciples, you know?
I keep forgetting that we have the. You know, it's funny. I still have never been officially notified by anybody in management that these shows are live streamed on YouTube.
They are.
I've
I'm on it
spoken-
right now. You can go in there and.
I'm sure, but I have not spoken to anybody about it. Nobody.
I mean, I don't. Did you want like? There was no official like. was
I
there?
didn't even know we launched it. Apparently, it was we were doing it for like months before I even knew about it.
I mean, it's to be fair, and it sucks. And I'm not saying it's good or right, but to be fair, you're not in the building, so
Okay.
maybe word spreads a little bit quicker when if people are talking to each other in the
I
hallway or
guess so.
something. Maybe
To be honest, John didn't even know either when I was like, oh, yeah.
there wasn't an official. Was there like a hi everybody? Here's the memo today.
No, it was
You
just how I saw it on Facebook was it would pop up on my feed and say, there's a live show.
Yeah,
And they just
yeah.
kept doing that. And I was like, I think we're just live all the time now in here.
Yeah.
Is it the same view? To the best of your knowledge, is it the same view as Bone TV?
Yes.
Because right now I'm looking at two screens of me.
Really?
Okay, maybe not
So
the one
now you
you're
go.
getting.
Now we got you.
Okay, yeah, because we see you and Monica mostly.
Right. There's the like. I'll never get used to this stuff. Anyway, I think Disciples is interesting. Run with it. Let me know if you start selling T-shirts.
I will get you
Yeah,
one.
let us know the official because I mean, if they're like you said, someone's playing around with it or whatever, back and forth, and then we're spelling it one way. Like, we need the official. Like, this is it.
But remember, there's only room for one Jesus on that show. I think you need a different image.
Okay,
The name is great. I think you need a different image.
I'll take it into consideration.
I got
I mean, what else are you supposed to put with disciples besides Jesus? Like you can't. Like I guess maybe I don't. What else? And I go to
That's a good
church and
point.
I can't think about what else you would have. I don't know.
Like candy
Judas.
pops.
Go the other direction. Go Judas.
Well, that implies that John and he don't get like that'd be me and you. You know what I mean? Like they get along.
Yeah, I don't know. I just found out about this thing a few minutes ago, so I have to think it all the way through. But
Did you see the image of like what was created? It's on my story at Dizzy from Air. So if you get a chance
Okay.
to break, well, actually,
right,
I'll
I'll
just
check
send
it.
it to you so you can see.
All right, yeah. Thanks for making it easy.
Yeah.
I
But
did
I
see
mean,
something.
by the way, I don't know why it's tough to just type youtube.com. That's
For who?
for you. That's literally what I did, and then you can.
No, I'm talking about the disciple image.
Oh,
She's-
okay.
The other thing I wanted to address early on is a post from Monica yesterday. Something about a guy who easily goes with the flow and
Yeah.
laughs during the minor hiccups during a plan.
Yeah, like so if
What's that all about?
something goes wrong or whatever, they're just like it's like fun and funny and it's okay. Like there's no yelling, there's no tension or stress or anything. I
Yeah,
like
but
a guy
what's-
like that. I mean, I'm putting it out there in the universe. Like this is what I want in life. So
What's it from? Did something happen, or did you just
No.
like sit at home and that thought popped in your head?
no, I was watching a show actually, and this guy who it seems to be, of course, it's a character whose lines are written for him, but it just seems like really, really cool. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put it out there. Like it's in the universe now.
Is that now going on like one of your dream boards or something?
You know what? That's not a bad idea. I'll add it to the vision board. Not a bad idea. But
What's currently on the vision board?
you'll laugh. Well, see, the thing is, the stuff that's on my vision board would not be the same stuff that's on your vision board. 'cause
Of course
it's all
not.
Very,
What- that-
it's very
I-
positive stuff. Very
I understand that. What is currently on your vision board?
lots of stuff. Like I know, like a ton of like positive sayings and positive, like basically nothing but positive messages.
Okay. Are any of them aimed at forwarding your personal life, your career?
Some of it is like some of them are, and then all that combines with my New Year's resolutions, which I'm doing so well with. This year is probably the best I've done in a while. There's definitely words and phrases and excerpts from things that are, meant to help with finding someone, being open to finding someone.
Nobody hit on you this weekend?
I don't think so. Also, I was just doing my own thing. Like, honestly, it was a bunch of, like, pictures, which kind of scares me because, when I'm drinking.
What do you mean?
Like, hey, Monica, let's take pictures. So I took a lot of pictures with people. And in my head, I like when I take the picture to look at it and make sure it looks good, delete it if it doesn't, keep going. Nope, it's just one picture and they're off. So it's like, okay.
And they're off and running. Yeah, but nobody, I think everybody who was there had nothing but the best intentions.
Everybody was super nice. And
exactly.
I'm so grateful for everybody coming up. And honestly, to every person who done bought me a neutral, who took a picture, nothing but grateful. I really did have a good time, and everybody was very positive.
Yeah. I don't think you got anything to worry about with the pictures.
It's from the vision board. All the positivity, JP. Straight from the vision board. Left, right, off.
So what do you have now? You have a vision board, and what's the other? What's
it's
the
right
other
next
thing?
to. They hang in my bedroom, right next to my my New Year's resolutions for this year, and I'm doing so well.
Remind me, what were they?
Oh, there's a list of them. There's a whole list. The splits thing is coming along. I had to stop it because the app got screwed up. I had to reinstall it, whatever, blah blah blah. But the splits thing is almost to completion, which is cool.
What does that mean? You can do a split?
Yeah. I'm so, and it's crazy how I can notice the difference.
Is it the split like forward and backward or out left to right?
It's the goal is forward and backward, but this training situation is helping with the other way so that I can get the next app and go the other way. But right now it's just forward and backward.
What's the get? How does your life get better, or how does anything happen being able to do a split?
First of all, it's a
you know how.
First of all, it's a fantastic party trick. Second of all, I feel like sex-wise it would be nice. But third, I'm an old lady, and flexibility and stretching muscles and that sort of thing is very important.
Okay. So you're doing this just to be a little bit more nimble?
Yeah, and also to be able to do the splits. I've always wanted to.
Can you picture, like, how high could you put your legs?
Way farther than JP. I feel bad for JP. He's like 90 degrees and that's it.
I mean, like kind of almost behind your head, like. That type
no,
of
I
thing.
would say like if I'm laying like, is it perpendicular? The word yeah, it's not parallel. Yeah, I guess
Parallel.
whatever. If I'm laying flat on the ground, and I lift the legs up, I would say I would go to about here.
Okay.
So
That's
not too
90
bad.
degrees.
Yeah.
No, a little bit more than 90 degrees. I'm sorry if you can't see it. It's a little bit more than 90. I can definitely go past 90 degrees, but it's not by my ears yet.
Are you wearing a skirt right now?
No.
Do it. Do it.
I'm not doing it on camera.
Why?
Why not? We're not going to see any. That's why I asked if you were wearing a skirt.
But Coachy, because these are short. Shorts and they're
You're
baggy.
wearing shorts.
I don't know. Plus, I don't know how the camera would be down there. I could do it and Gareth would see, and that's pretty much it, which I'm fine with. I mean,
All right, as long as somebody can give us a play-by-play.
All right.
I just do it on
She's
my-
So what
attempting
are we-
it. She's a team player.
Are we attempting a split here? Or
She's doing it right now. Oh,
What is
that
it?
is. Got to say, it's kind of hot.
What is it? What did she do?
It's more than 90 degrees.
She did go further. It was definitely not 90 degrees. It was she almost had the knees at the chest.
Yeah.
Almost, like hitting her chest.
These
Really?
Yeah,
they're
dog.
stretching me out. I'm telling you, it's working. I'm not worried about it. I'm excited actually.
This better not end up being a wasted skill. I feel like once you perfect whatever it is you're trying to perfect, you need to hop on somebody.
Yeah, you do.
I feel like that would be a nice, like, I wouldn't say no to that because I feel like that's part of the reason. Like, it would be fun to be able to.
When did you last go out on the prowl?
I don't think
That's
she
what
ever
you
goes
need
out on the prowl.
That's the thing. She goes out to have a good time. You need to go out on the prowl.
Yeah.
To actually.
Like, get dulled up type of thing, you
well,
mean?
not
Like,
even just get, but have it in your mind, I'm leaving here with someone tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, I
so
haven't
whatever
done
you
that.
have to do to prep for that, but not just go out to have a good time, but kind of scope the area and be like, all right, this guy is a candidate. This one's a candidate.
You know, with the humidity that we had during the beach bash, it would have been the perfect time to put your snooch juice behind your ears.
Oh, I should have done that this weekend. Yeah.
That'd have been like, when people go shark fishing and they go chumming.
Yeah.
And they throw the blood in the water and it just kind of leaves a whole trail.
Yeah,
Like
I
if you
forgot
just put a
about
little
that.
snooch juice behind each ear.
Ah, damn it. We barely were, well, and by we, I mean Gareth, remembered the ice cream, or I'm sorry, the hamburger with the applesauce. So, like,
That was awful.
I loved it.
She
That
liked
was,
it.
oh
I
my
loved it.
God, that was absolutely awful.
I loved it. I wanted more. It was good.
Oh.
My point is, it took us forever to remember that. Now, this whole VAB thing, I really will have to. And I don't know. I see what you're saying, Gareth, and it makes sense as far as.
Yeah, because you go out just to have a good time, and it's kind of like, if something happens, cool, let's see.
Yeah.
But you need to go out there with the headspace of, I'm leaving with someone.
Remember how I said to you, like, years ago when I was younger, I never hooked up with girls in bars because when I was out with my friends. And
Yeah.
that's all I cared
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Like, that was never my thing. That's what you do.
What?
You're just
don't-
going out to go out with your friends and have a good time. You're not
but
trying
also,
to hook up.
In my head, and you're going to laugh at this, but I have made progress because before, you're exactly right. Now, I have a single girlfriend, and our thing is, like, wherever we go, we're like, okay, no, last time we were there, the guys were stupid. So, like, we're now choosing places where we think cute boys will be. So that, to me, is progress. Leave me alone.
And how do you know, like, how do you get that information? Like, how do you decide, I think cute boys will be here, or is there another one of the, because I know you, and I know you have a whole bunch of little chat groups on the interwebs that you talk, because I remember you were saying that it was some group, it was like a single over 50 chat group that you were with. Don't act like I'm crazy.
No,
we talked about it on the air.
I don't have an age. I have a child-free women. Like, we don't.
That was the one.
kids. Yeah,
Child-free
yeah,
women.
yeah,
I
yeah,
apologize.
yeah.
So I know you have some chat groups that you will chime in with every once in a while. Is
Yeah.
that how you decide on which bars
No.
might have single cute dudes?
No, there's.
So how do you find out?
Well, parts of town. First of all, I'm not going to go to South Tampa. That's just not my type. Like, so depending on the like a sports bar or a new sports bar that's it's stuff like that. Like, it just depends. And we definitely don't want to go to the same old places we've gone where there was nobody there.
Okay, so you're trying different places every
Yes,
time now.
Yes, and we went to trivia a couple weeks ago at some point in time. And I think we're going back there because we won like fourth place or something. And so that was fun there. So maybe we'll go back there and
What did fourth place in trivia get you?
$20 a gift certificate so we can come back. Which, whatever, that's cool.
Well, their advertising work, that's for sure. All right. Well, pulling for you, Monica.
I know you are. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
I'm hoping before school starts back up for kids, you're getting plowed down.
That's like in 3 weeks or
Yeah,
something.
we'll get to work.
Okay. Okay. All right.
JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. 1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader in preparing thousands of people to advance their career as a licensed contractor. Join Camtech's free info seminar this Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Tampa AC Hotel by Marriott, 4020 West Boy Scout Boulevard, 1-800-875-PASS. CamtechSchool.com.
During the month of July, Renewal by Anderson of Tampa and Sarasota has a huge summer sale. You buy 4 windows or doors, you get the 5th for free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Renewal by Anderson. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Superior products, exceptional service.
And a lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, I'm usually much more active, but since I've been in pain, I've had to limit the activities I'm doing.
You're listening to Janelle, Arch Support Specialist at the Good Feet Store.
He came in and he wanted to be able to keep up, play sports with his kids. From there, we figure out which arch supports complement those activities. I fit him with the arch supports, and as I followed up with him, he's messaged me and said, I took my kids to the park today. We're walking, we're exercising, riding the bikes, and those are all things that he wasn't doing before because he was in pain.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet Store's arch support specialists have been helping folks to live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. That's what's most important, is knowing that you leave an impact on someone's life. And I like that.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free personalized fitting and test walk at the Good Feet Store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
Summertime is here, and so is the Kia Summer Sales Event. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
You know, the heat in Tampa does not play, and you have about, 8 months of it left, Tampa? But thankfully, neither does Superheat and Air and Plumbing. They've teamed up with their experts at ABC to bring you fast pro service backed by 2 of the best names in the business. And right now, they're offering a $29 AC system check, whether your unit's working or not. And if you need a repair, that $29 goes right towards it. Their techs are trained, their trucks are stocked, and it's all happening in the same day. If you're hearing weird noises, getting weak airflow, or just sweating too much in your home, or your electric bill is going high, don't wait. Call Superheat and Air and ABC today for guaranteed impeccable service and cooling you can count on. All you need to do is go to superheatandair.com. They'll send a trained professional HVAC technician out there today and get you taken care of. And then they're there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you ever have an emergency, whether it be for your AC or your plumbing, know that Superheat and Air and Plumbing is there for you. Call them at 813-618-5818. That's 813-618-5818 or superheatandair.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Looking to upgrade your yard? Fence Outlet specializes in stunning new fence installations at competitive prices. Don't just fence in your yard, transform it. Quality fences that add style, privacy, and an upgrade to every home. Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
My name is Attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom Show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
A cat named Mo from Dugarabo Live. Prime time, baby. Telling you to come out to All American Gunslingers on US 19 in Newport Richey, Saturday, July 26th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. because All American Gunslingers is partnering with Lightwing for the first ever indoor drone shoot. Get your chance to shoot an actual drone. This is a ticketed event. Tickets are available now, but get them while they last. Go to aagunslingers.com. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, shooting down drones, America.
Don't miss the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%, buy with 0 down, or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 36-month lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99 due at Sonic plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
Cause you can, and you don't stop. Cause you can, and you don't stop. Oh, when you can, and you don't stop. Like D coming down for sure,
It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Monica and Dizzy with me as always. 800-771-1025. This, the Malcolm-Jamal Warner story is sad as all hell.
I didn't know
One
it
came
was
from
so
out of
sad
nowhere.
about it.
Yeah, definitely. You drowned, right?
Yeah, with on vacay with his with his wife and a daughter.
Yeah, I know he was with his daughter. I think it was just him and his daughter. I'm not sure if his wife was there, but that was one of the things that kind of popped at me. The article that I read yesterday, and I don't know if it's changed because, all the websites probably went super sleuthy. But as of the article that I read yesterday, they didn't even know, like the press didn't even know the names of his wife and daughter because he maintained that level of privacy for his family. Now I understand he was an A-lister, but he was, back in the day he was. And, he had a bigger career than I thought. I forgot all about Malcolm and Eddie. And that went, for 4 years, 5 years.
He played a dad on a show, what the heck's the name of it? Where they, okay, I'm sorry, my brain's.
The Resident?
No. It was like a crime show. He played the dad of a. Bottom line is, it was like a 2 or 3 shows of it, and it was he was so good on it.
911.
No, it was like one of those ones where it's like a crime, and then you're figuring out who did it.
Okay.
And at the end, but it was over a couple of shows. And anyway, my point is, he was really, really good on. That was the first time I'd seen him in anything in a very long time, and he was not. Listen, we're all old, but he was older. You know what I mean? I picture him as Theo.
He's a year old. Monica's our age. He was 54 when he died.
I know.
That's and I can't even fathom what it's like. So you're on vacation with your daughter. So now the daughter's sitting there like, my dad's dead. I'm in a foreign country. I can't even deal with the death of my father. I have to deal with, how do I get him out of here?
Well, the daughter's like, how old was she?
She's an adult. It doesn't, but it doesn't even matter. Like, it's like, so that's a double dose. It's one thing when your parent dies. I mean, that is, trust me when I tell you, that's like super heavy. But now you can't even mourn that yet. You can't even begin to mourn that yet because you got to come up with an action plan to get his body home. Right? I mean, that's heavy, man. I can't even fathom what this was like for this kid. That's bad, man.
Why did I first think Gordon Gartrell? Remember that one? That's like to me, that's just like one of the most of my ridiculous childhood. There's some very funny memories, and I remember the Gordon Gartrell episode of The Cosby Show, and was the first thing I thought of. And
I don't even know what that is.
Remember did you watch Cosby Show at all?
Yeah.
I feel like that was one of the most famous ones where he was trying to impress this chick, and he wanted to buy an expensive shirt.
Yep.
And
His sister made him a shirt.
Yeah, and it was all
like a
jacked
yellow
up.
shirt.
Yeah,
and it was like the sleeve was too long.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a Gordon. He was like,
damn, you remember the fake designer name they used?
Gordon Gartrell. Because here's why. Because he was going through puberty or something. Because his voice was all like high, and he was like, Gordon Gartrell. Like to me, I just remember that episode and laughing. And I know. I don't know if he was ever like that guy who was like, I'm not Theo anymore. I don't know if he was ever like that. I have no idea. But that's most people know him for that.
Yeah, he actually was able to have a career beyond Theo. I mean, I think he's always going to be Theo, just like Tony Soprano was always. He was always going to be Tony Soprano until the day he died. But he did other stuff too. And then they just announced this morning that there was a second guy who got caught in that same rip current that he did. That's in critical condition.
What I thought of this the other day too. I guess we won't know, but like, what do you think? Like when you're like, okay, I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna get past this. Is scary, but at some point, you
panic.
Yeah.
And that's when everything goes wrong. As soon as you start to panic.
When I was like a year or 2 years old, when we went to Trinidad to visit, my dad almost drowned out in Trinidad. I remember him telling me when I got older, he was like, I was like crying getting back to the shore because he goes, I had just had you. You were just like a baby. And all I could think was, I'm not going to get to see my boy grow up. And he goes, and it's nearly impossible to like fight against it. And he goes, what you're supposed to do. And he goes, I don't know why I remember this.
You're supposed to swim with it.
No, well, not even that. You're supposed to go to the bottom if you can.
Like
if you're
under
close
it?
to the bottom and you kick off from the bottom and shoot yourself
gives you some power
towards where you're supposed to go. And that's what he did. And he's like, I just started shooting myself towards the thing and made it. And he goes, I just remember getting to the beach and like walking past everyone and sitting and crying, and no one knew I was doing it. But he's like, I almost died out there. I was like, that's insane.
That's the point I'm talking about. Like in his head, he was sadly, probably horribly thinking,
it was more of acceptance. He was
Oh,
like, I'm
my
probably just dead and this is
God.
it. My family's not even going to know because they're over there at the beach, So.
I tell you, man, there was a time, I want to say like probably 5 years ago now, I was down in Naples visiting my in-laws, and we went over to Marco Island, and while we were there, I rented a boat. I rented a 24-foot little center console. And just to go out, and, I figured it was beautiful out. And I figured we'd just go out in the Gulf, maybe just go around the island. There were cut-ins and stuff like this. They gave us a map of the whole spiel. And then we kind of went halfway around. I'm like, all right, let's turn around and come back. And I'm on our way back, and the weather changes. Like that. In a split second. And all of a sudden, everything turns gray. That water kicked up real fast. And I'm like, okay, now I can see land. Land is right over there. But I couldn't find the cut to go back in to get the boat back. And now I see my kids starting to panic. Oh, my God. And my kids are starting to panic. And my son's trying to play it cool, but I can see, there as a father, that was one of the most horrible moments of my life. Seeing fear on my kids' faces and knowing I have to sort this out. Now, one option, which I didn't think of until, for whatever reason, I was talking about this the other day, and I'm like, I guess I could have just drove the boat drove it right onto land and got everybody off, and we would have been fine. But in that moment, I was thinking, I got to get this boat back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But and now we're calling up. There's like a phone number on the map, so we're calling them. They're like, "Where are you? What do you see?" We tell them, like, "Who told you to go outside?" I'm like, "You guys told me." And they're yelling at me, but we finally were able. I'm going past it. I'm looping back around, and the fear is just getting worse. My wife is starting to cry. The whole deal. I was like, I felt like the worst husband/father ever.
I mean, I get it. I understand why, and knowing you, but you didn't do anything. You would never do anything to put your family in harm or put yourself in harm. So you're not.
Of course not. No, it wasn't done on purpose. But I've been on the water my whole life. My whole life. I've never seen weather change.
Yeah, and that's
as
out of your
quickly
hands.
as that did, and how quickly that gulf kicked up. And I'm saying to myself, man, I could lose everybody right here. Everybody.
Scary.
Yeah.
And really quick back to what Gareth was just saying. I'd never heard that about pushing off from the bottom, and I guess it sounds like it makes sense. But having just even you saying that now, and God forbid anybody's in a situation, if I am or whatever, anybody listening, then to have that little nugget of knowledge, like your dad just pulled it out, and being able to at least use that, and hopefully it works. Like, to me, that's almost peace of mind. Like, and I'm with you, JP. Is what I understood it to be is like you're supposed to run parallel with it, right? Like you're not supposed to fight it.
You're not supposed to fight it. You're supposed to kind of roll with it, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, instinctually, I feel like everybody's panic or their bodies are just like instantly get me out of this. But the water scares me. The water scares me.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to, for whatever reason, love getting pummeled by waves.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like being thrown into I don't know. I used to love it. I used to love it until one time I didn't love it because I got flipped upside down so bad I couldn't realize I didn't know which way was up.
I mean, that'll happen if you keep messing
I
around
know.
with it.
I know. But I remember that was like being thrown into a washing machine. It was literally like being thrown into a washing machine.
It's fun because as a younger person, you're just in one position and then the water just completely knocks you out to the other spot.
I'll say this.
It's so much fun. Of course you're going to love it.
I liked being in, when I had the house, I liked being in the deep end with my ex, and he would toss me up, just toss me in the air, and I would just come. I know what you mean, because it's like it circles and then land in the deep end and go all the way to the bottom, you know what I mean, and push my way up, and it was like I don't know. I see what you're saying. It was way
What
safer
the hell
than the
were
waves.
you doing, unable to swim in the deep end?
Because he was there. He was not gonna. He would stay. He would throw me up, and then he would, when I resurfaced, pushing off the bottom, he would, be there. I'd grab his arm or whatever. Nothing was gonna happen.
With his track record, I absolutely trust him to come get you out
I mean,
of
at
the
the
deep
time, I did 100%. But it was to me that was a lot of fun and as I guess dangerous as I could get because I'm not going to the waves. And also with the waves, though, JP, the salt water and. I want no part of that.
The my friends, my best friend, my brother, he whatchamacallit, his father. That's why I go back to the whole like dying overseas thing. His dad died over. He was in one of the islands, and he was just out there swimming, chilling, just having a good old time, and they went out to go join him in the water. He had a heart attack and died.
Oh no!
Yeah, he had a heart attack and died, and that was the end of that. And they ended up my buddy had to go out to the island. I think he was in Grand Cayman, and had to fly out to Grand Cayman to help his mom figure out how they were going to get the body back home and all that kind of stuff.
My brain doesn't go to the logistics. I think.
It's heavy duty, man. It really is. It's like that's some heavy
That makes me
stuff.
think of the. Did you see TMZ? Don't ask me how. Well, maybe because they have people following famous people, but TMZ had video of Malcolm-Jamal Warner in the airport, on the vacation or on his way to the vacation or whatever.
I saw that.
Where it's like and I'm going to say the cliche, life is short, because then he had no idea.
Right. A couple of days later, he's going to be gone. Billy's on line one. What's up, Billy?
Hey, what's up, JP? Hi, Monica. What's up, Biz?
Hi.
So, quick Rip Current story. We were at Ocean City, Maryland, and there was a sandbar. So I came back to get my little sister. I was about 13. She was 9. And I was like, hey, she can come out here. So we're on our way out, and my mom came from out of nowhere and grabbed my sister, wouldn't let her out. And I was like, why? It's shallow out there. I got caught in a rip current, and I swam with the beach, like when you're walking up the beach, swim with it. And I eventually was able to touch the bottom, but I got back to the shore, and I still think about it to this day. Like, my little sister would have died.
Oh, my God.
Because it was horrible. So I get back, and I was like, Mom, I got caught in a rip current. She went, yeah, that's why I got your sister. I went, well, what about me?
I was just going to say, wait a minute.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Basically, what your mother said was like, I got to pick one. She's cheaper.
You chose your favorite that day.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Billy. Post is online, too. Go ahead, Post.
Hey, guys. Love the show.
Hey.
What that gentleman was just saying, if you do get caught, grew up in Florida, and dad was a lifeguard and all that, he's correct. You want to swim parallel to the beach.
Yeah.
Because then you're not fighting the rip current, and it's not pulling you out as far and tiring you. And that's the easiest way to get out. But when panic does happen, you do forget that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's difficult. But just for all the listeners, swim parallel to the beach, and that helps you out.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Push to the bottom, swim parallel, and all of these thoughts just very slowly and easily and comfortingly come into your brain when you're panicking in the damn water, right?
This article says his daughter was 8.
That's what I thought. That's why when you said how old, that's why I asked how old she was. I thought I had just read it wrong.
Oof.
There's no way I'm remembering all this stuff if I was to start drowning.
I know.
No,
I know.
you're, just you're gonna panic.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going. Listen, should I have called people disciples? Probably not, Lord, but it wasn't meant out of being sacrilegious. Let me into the beautiful.
Sorry about
yeah.
Sorry about the disciples, John. Hook a brother
I
up.
tell you, there's one thing you got to say about this Malcolm-Jamal Warner guy, his circle, because I'm reading the article in People, and it said. It was early in their relationship, Warner, who kept his wife's identity private, said she always knew that if something happened and we weren't together romantically, she would still be the person that I would want to raise a child with. They were talking about when they were having kids. And I'm like, how were you able to keep their identities private? How's that even possible in 2025?
I mean, if the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, not A-level celebrity, but
Yeah.
that's still quite an accomplishment.
Enough for someone to be following him with a video camera in an airport, or maybe that was TMZ got that from like just a regular person.
Yeah,
who
people
sold it.
send that stuff in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I'm thinking they're not going to do a deep dive on a Malcolm-Jamal Warner. They're not going to if they have different names and they've moved a couple of times or whatever. I don't know how much of a deep dive people are going to go into for an ex-wife.
Right. He got married in 2017. Right, of his wife, whom he revealed he wed in 2017 at some point. Yeah. Still to be able to know that nobody knows that as of now this guy's dead 24 hours and still nobody knows his wife's name.
Good for
Pretty
them.
good.
Someone figure that out and do it.
Yeah.
If I'm a celebrity, hey, how did that happen? Let's do that.
Yeah. Well, R.I.P. Malcolm. That sucks.
Yeah.
Monica,
That
you were
sucks.
almost like him. You almost drowned this past
I did,
weekend.
thanks to Danielle. Danielle was my savior.
She was almost our Malcolm.
She was by the way, John Senning's wife used to be a lifeguard. So her instincts kicked in. So she saved my life. I'm here. I'm here. You're welcome, listeners. You're welcome.
God, we are so lucky. I should go out and play the lotto. Right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. The Bay has elite wings, but whose are the best?
Tell me likey. Tell me want wingy.
102.5 The Bone and Stella Artois are on the hunt for the Bay's best wings. Visit one of the participating restaurants and enjoy a Stella Artois with some wings. Then scan the QR code and vote. The restaurant with the most votes will be crowned the best wings in the Bay and be featured on the Mike Calta Show. Plus, you can win cool Stella gear just for voting. For details and locations, visit theboneonline.com. Thanks to $5 Drinkery St. Pete, Kahuna's, Whiskey Wings, Tarpon Springs, Diesel's Garage, Beef O'Brady's, Newport Richie, and Trinity Sports Grill.
At Brandon Honda, we have the hottest hybrids in stock and on sale. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now, get the brand new Accord Hybrid for just $199 per month. Get the award-winning CR-V Hybrid for just $249 per month. Or get the all-new, just released 2025 Civic Hybrid Sport for just $199 per month. With gas mileage as high as 50 miles per gallon, these award-winning hybrids won't last long. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-448-7710 for more information.
WeatherTight Mike is here again, and I'd love to know what kind of advice you would give homeowners who are thinking about replacing their windows.
Well, Michael, here's the deal. If you're thinking about replacing your windows, don't wait until hurricane's halfway through your living room like it's on a house tour. Get ahead of it with strong, energy-efficient windows that keep the weather out and the cool air in. It's one of the best investments you can make, next to buying cookies in bulk. And let's be honest, I know a thing or two about insulation, mainly because I provide it for my home and I store a little extra pounds around the waist for winter. Don't wait until a hurricane's knocking on your door to realize your windows are about as protective as a screen door on a submarine. Get ahead of it. Invest in impact-rated, energy-efficient windows now.
You can never put a true value on the things inside your home. Protect them from the start with WeatherTight windows. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. A horse's mouth is filled with cookies.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
If you're ready to give your business and your bank account a boost, Achieva Credit Union is offering a special cash bonus program. Open up a new business checking account with Achieva, and they'll reward you with a cash bonus up to $400. And joining Achieva Credit Union isn't just about the welcome bonus. They offer full-service business banking with local decision makers who understand your market. For more info, go to achievacu.com, ACHIEVACU.com. Certain restrictions apply. Achieva is federally insured by the NCUA.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands
thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
What's up, Bone listeners? It's Captain Zach. Are you looking for more power? Check out my friends at LBP. Whether you're boating, taking a cruise on the golf cart, my friends at Lithium Battery Power have the innovative technology to give that to you. Check them out at lithiumbatterypower.com or call 727-223-9831. Lithium Battery Power. Longer life, more power.
John Senning here for the National Aviation Academy. Whether you're a youngin' just getting out into the workforce, looking for an exciting future, or someone who is just tired of the daily grind and ready for a change, you need to think about a career in aviation maintenance. And we're lucky to have the National Aviation Academy right here in Clearwater that can have you trained and entering the workforce in just a few months. Getting into engines, propellers, all of those things that are connected to planes and jets, and they're going to make the transition from life to the on-campus world as smooth as can be. Check them out today at naa.edu. The next class starts August 20th, so go today, naa.edu.
The following is sponsored by Bid My Listing. Selling your home? With Ready, the best real estate agents will pay you up front for your listing. 2, 5, as much as $10,000 just for the chance to sell your home. So when you're ready to sell, give us a call and give us the basic information about your property. We'll notify all those smart agents who signed up with Ready, and within 48 hours, they'll be competing to sell your home. Pick the best one, get thousands up front. Call Ready, 888-551-READY. That's 888-551-REDY.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
Those crazy nights I do remember in my youth. I do recall those were the best times, most of all.
JP, 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Your next shot to get in the running for the $1,000 for the Calter Summer Vacay Payday. That's going to happen in just about 13 minutes or so. Hey, Diz.
You
there?
Yeah.
Did you ever do DMT?
No.
Okay. There's a story here about a woman saying that she was dead for 2 minutes. The headline read, "I was dead for 2 minutes and I didn't want to leave. What I saw on the other side was beyond belief." And the only thing I can think of is what happened to her is, because, I know Monica and I disagree on this one. To me, when you die, it's like the end of The Sopranos. Everything goes black, Journey starts playing, and, they roll the credits. That's kind of the end of it. But this woman is saying that she was officially pronounced dead for 2 minutes, and then she said she felt pulled from her body and entered a tunnel of light where she was met by blue-skinned beings. She was rushed into the hospital after losing her baby and rushed into emergency surgery, but due to complications, she started to go in and out of consciousness. She said, quote, "I found myself passing through a tunnel of blue and white light, not a beam, but a corridor that felt alive." She said that it was almost like that was light, had temperature and tone, and it was like music made of water is what she's saying here. And that there was luminous colors such as silver, soft violets, and deep radiant blues. She said, "I didn't feel anything frightening. It felt like I was being called home. The chamber was vast, larger than any earthly structure, and everything pulsed gently like a heartbeat." And she says, "And then I saw them." She said she was greeted by blue-skinned beings with human faces, similar to characters in the movie Avatar. And it says, "Two towering beings seated on marble-like thrones shimmering with energy. Their eyes were large and indigo, filled with kindness and recognition. She said they looked human but had gentle gills on their cheeks, excuse me. It said, I remember their fish-like tails rather than legs covered in scales. They were both male and female, intertwined, and didn't speak in words, but I understood everything they had to tell me. She said that she didn't understand their language, but the avatar-like figures allegedly made her feel at home and telepathically communicated with her that life is actually an illusion and we start to live when we die. And then she said that they told her that she wasn't meant to have children and rather she was given the gift to teach people about the other side. She said, quote, I felt more than I had ever felt in my life. I didn't want to leave. I understood this place, this feeling, and I truly believe it was the original home from which we all come from. I learned that death is not an end. It is a return to our actual lives. And then she said, after the minutes that she was pronounced dead, she was zapped back into her body. When her husband tried to speak to her, she communicated in a high-pitched tone in an unfamiliar language. Quote, it sounded like dolphin clicks, continued for minutes, which left everyone around us stunned, but I couldn't stop. It was coming through me, not from me. She said my sentence was heightened, and I could hear emotion in people's voices as color. I returned to completely different, almost reborn. The reason I brought up about the DMT is because from everything I've read and heard people talk about, when you do DMT, first off, everybody has DMT in their body, right? It's in your pineal gland. You know when you have those...
what gland?
Pineal gland.
Where's that?
They call it your third eye.
Okay.
So between your eyes, they say that's where the third eye is. And if you see like old Indian, like from India, you know how they have like the elephants are in a lot of the paintings and stuff, and that the elephant will have like a third eye in the middle. Apparently it's like, so that's the thing. But apparently all of us have DMT in that pineal gland, but because of the way we live and our foods and this kind of thing, a lot of it gets calcified due to fluorides and other things that we take in our body. But they say when you smoke DMT, which is that what we release, you see very similar things to what she was describing. So as I'm reading this, that's automatically what I went to. And they also say, like a lot of times, so when my mom died, right? She was doing the rosary with her friend Carol, my second mother. And all of a sudden, I wasn't in the room, but they were doing the rosary. My mother shot up, so she went up to a 90 degree. So she went from laying on her back on a morphine drip, dying from cancer. And then she shot up and put her arms out and died. And I just automatically assumed that, she was getting ready to die. Her body released the DMT and she had a vision and that was it. And she was gone. But then I'm reading this. I'm like, okay, well, is it the DMT or did something, it makes you, it definitely makes you think a little bit. That's for sure.
I mean.
What?
I haven't tried DMT, but salvia, I think, is the closest thing to that type of stuff. You ever heard of
Salvia is just like the fake wheat, right?
No. That's I can't remember what that's called. Salvia is something that you take it and you will absolutely see things that aren't there and stuff like that. But it's legal. Well, it was in Canada, and when I took it, it put me on. I think I told you this story. Someone told me about it. This girl, and she told me when she smoked it, everything turned into Legos. She was in the Lego world.
That's so creepy to me.
And she's she had an itch on her arm and she scratched her arm and Lego pieces came off.
Oh,
of
that
her.
doesn't freak you right now. That's just
no.
freaking
I was
me
like,
out.
where do I get this? How much is it? That sounds like the coolest thing ever.
Right. So the DMT, when you smoke it, and if anybody's had an experience with it, I'd love to hear from you. The DMT, when you smoke it, apparently you go off on a rocket ride for 10 or 15 minutes. You're gone, different dimension, gone, and you see the colors and the beings. A lot of times people will describe exactly what she described, or they'll describe basically gnomes running around, leprechauns kind of running around, but everything is is comfortable and everything is beautiful and all that kind of warm and fuzzy stuff, but you go off like you take that hit and you go off like a rocket, like you're gone in this other dimension for the 10, 15 minutes, and then you come back. 11 is on line 1. What's going on, 11?
What's up, JP? It's 11 Bravo Grunt. That's my TikTok name.
Hey, buddy.
Marine Rob helped me out. What's up, brother?
Hey,
with my dog, getting my Belgian Malinois adopted. But talking about dying, I you see my dog? Yeah, he got attacked by pit bulls. He finally got adopted. But yeah, I actually used to race crotch rockets, man. And my third accident, I literally went to the place you're talking about. I literally floated. I passed out. I hit the concrete going like 110, and like started floating. And all this gold, like gold, you can't explain. The color of the gold was like beautiful, like overcame me. And I was in the ambulance. And I started floating above, and I kept saying, "Just tell my son I love him. Tell my son I love him." And it was beautiful, man. I felt everything, bro. I don't know if that helps contribute to the story, but it was amazing. Then I woke up in the hospital.
And when you when you woke up in the hospital, did you tell people what you felt?
Dude, I woke up, I was in so much pain. I had like 6 broken ribs, like fractured skull, both shoulders broken. I was just in pain then. I didn't until about a month later. I started kind of going back on it, and I read about what you said, the pineal gland excretes TMT, and everyone has it. It was crazy, man. It was amazing. But
well, are you done racing crotch rockets?
Yeah, man. I'm a combat vet now, man. I live out of my truck. I think Marine Rob saw you at the beach thing and talked about me with you and Mo.
Yeah, I spoke to him.
Yeah, so he said you guys are amazing, man. Like authentic dudes, man. I appreciate you guys. And
next time we come out, come say hello, man.
Yes, sir. We'll do. Thank you, buddy.
Later, buddy. Cody's on line 2. Go ahead, Cody.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, man.
Thanks for taking the call, JP. Yeah, man, I've got quite a bit of experience with a variety of psychedelics, but DMT especially. I've probably done it, close to 1,000 times over.
Oh my God!
A 10-year span. Yeah, I mean, over some time, but it's absolutely life-changing, brother. I mean, to describe it in, short, it's like hugging God, dude. You're very much, on point with, it's like being blasted off on a rocket ship. It's a short experience, but the most interesting thing and the thing that's like led me to, have this kind of detailed relationship with it is like the interaction with these beings, man. Like, I mean, it is, whether you want to call them angels or interdimensional beings or God or whatever, but pretty much every time now, it's almost been like a relationship that I've developed with them. And it sounds absolutely nuts, I know, like just hearing it, not having any context, but, it's like they've almost like inducted me into their world, and like they more willingly present themselves to you. Like, it's always, usually you'll be seeing like the shapes and the colors and the super beautiful geometry that's just like hyper changing in front of your eyes. And then they'll like just kind of like push out of the colors and the shapes, and they'll give you like sacred knowledge and, just like show you things that you need to do in your life. And they want you to be better, like a better person almost. They want you they want to show you like kind of our purpose here in a way. And it's really, it's not very tangible in a lot of ways, but it's really cool, man.
The first time I spoke to anybody about DMT, a buddy of mine who's now died of a drug overdose, but he told me about it, and I was like, get out of my face. I thought it was just like the way he was explaining it. I was like, I had never heard of it before, and he absolutely sounded like a total lunatic. So I just kind of brushed it off.
Right?
And it wasn't until years later when I started reading more about it. Rogan was talking about it a lot. So I started reading about it and going down that rabbit hole, and I'm like, wow, that sounds really, really interesting. I like the fact that it only lasts 15 minutes, but you're not having a conversation with anybody, right? Like if you're with your friends and you do it, you're all going off on your own ride, right? Like you're not in the same place.
Yeah, very much so. It's it's not like a social thing. Like me personally, I prefer to be totally alone because like when people if people talk to you while you're in that place, it kind of tethers you, and you want to just be untethered, man. You want to generally close your eyes. Because even a real DMT breakthrough, it doesn't matter if your eyes are open or closed. Nothing, you are no longer here. But sometimes, like, if you're kind of on the threshold and you close your eyes and just let it kind of unravel, you can go further, by having your eyes closed and, actively, like, trying to untether and not, the natural inclination is to want, like, it's scary. I've done it that many times that my heart still begins to pound, like, right before I'm about to do it because your body knows, like, it is about to go on a journey, so...
But your mind knows. Your mind knows, and your mind is trying to tell your body, "Hey, stupid, don't do this." We know how this goes. So that's and so you'll do it by yourself, and you're not worried about what you're getting. None of that stuff. You have no problems about what you're actually getting in that little baggie or however you smoke it, right?
Yep, you smoke it. DMT by itself isn't orally active. You have to like what ayahuasca is DMT and an MAO inhibitor. So with just a straight DMT, you have to you smoke it, and it's got a very unique smell, and it's really easy to make as well. So I mean, as far as like counterfeit substances, I don't think it's like something that it's really all too often counterfeited or whatever.
All right, thanks, Cody, man. Maybe slow down a little bit. Maybe slow down. 1,000
I haven't done it in actually quite a while, but yeah, there was a point in time.
All right, thanks, brother. And we got to give away another shot at $1,000. Hit it, maestro.
The Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. This hour's keyword is
surf. S-U-R-F, surf. Now go to the free 1025 The Bone app. Look for Calta Summer Vacay Payday Contest and put in the word surf. You have until 12:30 to get in for this hour. And then you'll have another shot again at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then after 5:30, we'll announce the winner for today. And that person will have $1,000 courtesy of Calter's Summer Vacay Payday. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got some more people. I want to talk to more people about this DMT stuff. So we will be back in a moment. Play some tunes. All right, it's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Did you miss the Mike Calta show today?
Carmen.
Yes.
You know how you try to convince me that I'm rich?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm poor right now. I wasn't saying it.
Is your brand not going well?
Listen to the Mike Calta Show every weekday morning at 6 a.m. on The Bone.
Or anytime with the full show replay.
On the free 1025 The Bone app.
1025 The Bone and Stella Artois are on a mission to find the best wings in the Bay. Vote at Diesel's Garage, LBC, and Sam's Hudson Beach. Scan the QR code. Vote, and you can win Stella swag, beer, bragging rights. You decide. Go to thebestwingsinthebay.com for details.
When it really matters, choose Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
It's more than just a fence. It protects your future gardener.
Mom, look at my tomato. Wow.
Your future Olympian. And your future best in show. Get your free quote today for all the future brings at fenceoutlet.com.
Zero is back at Furman Ford, Clearwater's big Ford store. John Setting, and if you're in the market for a new truck or SUV, you've got to go see my friend Bob Murray and the crew at Furman Ford. Right now, during Ford's summer sales event, you can get 0% APR financing for 48 months. Zero down, zero payments for 90 days. Plus a complimentary 2-year maintenance plan on select new Ford models. If you've been waiting for the best time to get a new truck or SUV, the time is now. Furman Ford has a massive inventory of almost 400 new Fords to choose from. And if you're in the need for service and you can't make it to the dealership, Furman Ford's mobile service will come to your home, office, or anywhere. Certified technicians, genuine parts, and quality work right at your doorstep. Visit them today on US 19 in Clearwater or always online at FurmanFord.com. And when you make your way in there, you got to let them know that John Senning sent you.
Meet Naomi. She worries a lot about balance. Balancing her time between vet school and working at the vet clinic, balancing her social life when she has time for it, and of course, balancing her finances. So she banks with Mid-Florida, a local credit union who employs local Floridians, just like you, to help keep her budget on track and on balance. And those financial worries, looks like they've fallen off the scale completely. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
Hi, welcome to IKEA.
Hey, I'm moving into my dorm soon, and I don't know where to start.
You're in the right place. IKEA family members save up to 15% off college essentials to help you feel right at home.
Okay, wow. Maybe you can help me pick my classes, too?
Furniture is more my thing.
Fair.
Visit us in-store or online from 7/1 to 8/5 for more details. Offer valid 7/1 to 8/5/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for details. Restrictions apply.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
If you're looking to buy a custom engagement ring, you know where to go. That is the Golden Diamond Source. Family owned and trusted for over 40 years, just minutes from anywhere in Tampa Bay. You can stop by the Golden Diamond Source on Ulmerton Road and let them make a unique, beautiful ring for your future bride in anybody's price range. And you get it done without all that sales pressure. Because at the Golden Diamond Source, they just want to make sure you leave happy and with a great investment in your marriage future. At the Golden Diamond Source, they're not just there for engagement rings, they're a jewelry super center. From birthstones to tennis bracelets to diamond studs, whatever's on your wish list, the Golden Diamond Source can make it happen. And did you know that right now gold is at an all-time high? If you bring in your old jewelry, Steve and Julie Weintraub will buy it and offer the highest trade-in values of the year. It's a perfect time to upgrade what you're not wearing and turn it into something that you'll never want to take off. It only happens at the Golden Diamond Source with the largest selection of jewelry, including men's jewelry. Stop in there for all your jewelry needs and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show.
Summertime is here, and so is the Kia Summer Sales Event. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking in the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Let's go! Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go! Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast. Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll. And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, hour number 2 of the show, brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Tampa's injury attorneys. We'll get the dead guy in the envelope in a few minutes. In the last segment, we were talking about this woman who died, and then she said what she saw on the other side was beyond belief, and then she went really, really deep into describing everything, and it sounded an awful lot like somebody who was on a DMT trip. So I just thought it's maybe, we all have DMT in our body, and upon death, apparently, your body releases the DMT, and that's why a lot of people get visions. That's what they say. Nobody really knows for sure.
Don't believe as far as like a past, like you said, like in The Sopranos, it just goes dark. To you personally, what is more realistic? What is the real story? The fade to black, or immediate blackness, or like this world she's describing? What do you think?
I feel like her body released the DMT, and she went on a trip before she was gone. No.
Okay.
No, you asked. That's how I feel. I feel like your body's going to release that, and that's what I think. The same thing happened with my mom. Mike's on line 3. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Heck of a topic we got this morning.
Thanks for holding on. What's up?
I just wanted to basically share, a little bit of what I know about it. I've done it a few times, and it's definitely something that you don't do, all the time. I don't
know. That last guy, Cody, he's got 1,000 rides under his belt.
Are we talking the pure DMT, or are we talking like the DMT pen? That's a different story too. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, dude, just like weed pens. They got DMT pens, but it takes away from the actual purity when you make it in that pen form. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know a lot of people do it that way. I'm old fashioned. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, my experience, I don't think that she's BSing on her story. You know what I mean? Because there is a thing, it's called ego death, and when you basically don't fight the feeling of it, and you kind of just like ride the dragon, you kind of accept, okay, I'm all right, I'm going away. I'm gone now. This is not me anymore. You're kind of one with the ether. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's such a strong experience that you can only kind of take away bits and pieces at the end. It's not like you remember the whole experience, because it takes a toll on your mind. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? But what do you mean by that? That it takes a toll on your mind?
Well, because it's so you're getting a lot of information at one time. You know what I mean? It's really kind of hard to kind of keep all that information in your mind, as the trip is going on. Because you're thinking of a million things times a million at once. You know what I mean? And then you have the visuals on top of that. If you're around company, like that guy was talking about, like untethering. That's a huge thing. If you're around somebody, you want to make sure that they're keeping quiet, or else, like he said, it's going to tether you to this plane. When you really want to blast off and kind of just release your body. It's really kind of hard to explain unless you've kind of done psychedelics like acid or shrooms.
Hey, I've done both.
It's 30 times more intense. 30 times more intense. You get a little bit of the visuals from the like the acid when you're coming back from the trip. Like, it has like that acidy effect and stuff like that. But when you're full blown in the trip, it's a ride.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But did you hear me talking about the story, the original story about this woman that she had died and then come back and she had all these visions? Do you think that was her mind, her body releasing the DMT, or do you believe it's the other side?
Well, see, look, that's it. See, I don't want to get too deep without sounding too crazy, but I do believe that she probably did have an interaction with the other side. There was so one of the last times I did DMT, it was about 3 years ago with one of my buddies, right? And I just remember, we were both blasted off, and I just remember staring at the ceiling. And I remember when I was staring at the ceiling, like, I don't know if you're familiar with like the quantum realm, but there was a whole freaking community of beings or things in my ceiling, and I was like their god. You know what I mean? And like, I remember as I was leaving the trip, it was very emotional for me, because I was like, I watched these beings from beginning, until the end of this thing. You know what I mean? And it was very emotional. I know it sounds crazy. I know it does, but it's you were doing hallucinogenics.
Nothing sounds crazy,
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Thanks, man. Diz, it sounds like your disciples need to be doing DMT. That was my big takeaway.
Yeah, that's the Kool-Aid. We all just take the DMT together, though?
You can give it a shot. You're all going to go on a ride. Just got to hope nobody talks about it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Monica, you think you believe in that there's a whole other realm we go to when we die, huh?
Yes, I do.
What do you think is there?
I think it's listen.
Oh, your
No,
friends.
I'm
and
interested.
family.
I'm asking you for a reason.
My cats. No, that's on the Rainbow Bridge. No, listen. I believe there's a heaven. I believe what I've chosen to follow in church, and it's a place of love and happiness, and it's all good. There's no creepiness. All of this is so creepy. There's no creepiness. It's all welcoming, positive love, no harm, that sort of thing.
Are the cats there?
They're on the other side of the Rainbow Bridge, JP. We all know that.
Well, like, do you cross over the Rainbow Bridge on the way to heaven? Is the Rainbow Bridge in heaven?
Yeah, it's
Where's
all
the
part of
Rainbow
it.
Bridge?
It's all part of it. We're all in there together, and then over there's the Rainbow Bridge. And when I want to go see little Ocho or little Lilita, I go over there. Little Peter.
Who?
Lila, my cat Lila, my old cat Lila.
I didn't know about a Lila.
And Lilita, yeah.
Lilita? When did you have her?
She died. That's the one that died on Thanksgiving Day, and she was 18 years old. Though she just died of old age, and that was in 2012.
Pre-divorce?
No, that was after. Actually, my ex named her Lila. To be honest with you, I took the cats.
He got everything else. You got the cats?
He wanted the pots and pans and the vacuum, but But screw the cats. They cost money. I don't know.
God, that guy. That guy. All right. Dead guy in the envelope. Ready?
Yeah, I've never been more happy in my life. Let's start dead guy.
What? Yeah, I was surprised you were still sitting in the chair with the drug talk, to be honest with you.
My head was tingling, and I was very much online shopping, just so you know. I was
Great.
listening for swears.
Great. All right. We got a white American actor. He did a lot. He had a very big career. Big movies, big hits, big awards. You name it. I believe. I just want to make sure. I believe he won an Oscar, but I will double check on that in a second. Monifa.
All of this big would we consider him a legend, an icon of sorts?
I would. I'll give you the thing. I think a lot of people in acting would consider him an icon. I do. Diz.
Was he ever part of a big movie franchise?
Yes.
Okay.
He was. 800-771-1025. You got a white American guy you know from acting. He did win an Academy Award. He had a real big career, and he was definitely part of a big franchise. And I do believe that he will be considered an icon. All right, 800-771-1025. Dead Guy in the Envelope is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Your questions when we come back with Dead Guy in the Envelope, 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 1025 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa,
Summer is here, so if you are thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can sell your home quickly and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP, and you can skip all the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home quickly without the stress of showings, open houses, and those costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed all-cash offer allows you to sell your home in as little as 21 days and move when you're ready. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Fence Outlet has helped our customers keep children and pets safe with quality fences for over 30 years. Now is the time to install your Fence Outlet fence. Visit fenceoutlet.com today to set up your free estimate and discover our wide selection of fencing options. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day, and he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve, and it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
Where exactly do you think you're going? You're abandoning me, your beloved, exquisitely plush couch. Look, these feet are handcrafted mahogany. Put that Heineken's back. Do you really want to go to that concert? Wouldn't it be infinitely better to stay here with me? Look, I have a perfect imprint of your posterior. Please, don't go!
Don't listen to your couch. Head to a concert with some friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 due at signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new Pilot for just $399 per month, new passports just $329 per month, or get a new HRV for an incredible $149 per month. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Visit BrandonHonda.com to get your best price and payments right online. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-279-1222 for more information.
We love telling you about Win Derby at Derby Lane, an institution in Pinellas County, right on Gandy Boulevard. It's like walking back into the good old days of table games. You got $5 minimums at some of the tables. They've got appetizers coming by every few hours and free cocktails while you're playing.
Yeah, it's real simple and real fun. You can play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Mississippi Stud, and I Love Suits. And if you don't know what beats what, just look up the poker hand rankings on the mural. It'll give you a little guidance.
I got to say, I am somebody who's not played a bunch of poker in my life. So being able to look up at this amazing, a very beautiful mural, if I may say so myself, that breaks down everything. Royal flush, straight flush, 4 of a kind, full house, straight. I can be a genius even if I'm really not. You've got to check out Win Derby at Derby Lane.
Great place to host your next event, too. If you have an office party or a bunch of friends getting together, head on out to the legendary Derby Lane. You can all win some money, have a great time, and walk out of there with more money in your pockets than you walked in with. It is the legendary Derby Lane.
At Bernetti PA, our team will tell you that our number one priority is striving for the best customer service in the industry. I'm honored by the number of referrals we get from our current and past clients. They trust us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
It's Dead Guy in the Envelope, 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. I'm your host. JP. The way we play the game is we gave you some clues. You have a white American actor that you know from, he was big time. He definitely did TV. He definitely did movies, but I would focus on the movies. I do believe he's going to be considered an icon. Or he's considered an icon. He was definitely part of a franchise. And Monica, do you remember what you asked me by any chance?
The icon legend question.
Yes. All right. So now your job is you give us a call, 800-771-1025. You call in with a yes or no question. If you get a yes, you go again. If you get a no, we move on to the next phone call and put all the clues together, and someone wins prizes. Let's go with Glenn on line 1. Go ahead, Glenn.
Did he die in the last 10 years?
No. John, line 2.
Yeah, you already answered. He's in TV and movies. So let me ask, did he win his Academy Award for supporting actor?
That's a good question. Let me see. Give me one moment, please.
We were talking about... Oh.
No, was not a supporting actor. No, sorry. What, Monica? Sorry.
I was just saying, when you're off and then it's debated whether we're going to do Dead Guy, one of the things Corey brought up, which is a very valid point, is he's like, I don't mind doing it, but when someone asks a question and I'm not sure, I have to look it up. It's going to take me forever to do it. And I'm like, I'm with you. Exactly. You have to know everything at once.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just go right to the Wikipedia page. Everything is kind of right there. Or if it's an actor, you do IMDb and you have that going back and forth too. But yes, this guy, I'll say this, he was nominated for multiple Academy Awards, but the one that he won was for actor in a leading role. Let's do Tony, line 3.
Was he a comedian?
Was he what?
Was he a comedian?
No. Ernie, line 4.
Hey, guys, that last guy just took my question. Was he in the Rocky franchise?
No. He was not in the Rocky franchise. He was definitely in a very, very big franchise.
Was that franchise big in the 90s?
That's a good question. Let me see when it was, because I didn't watch it. No, not in the 90s. Not from the 90s. But it was, some might say, huge franchise. 800-771-1025. I'm just trying to think of what else I could possibly
Like
give you
Star
guys.
Wars big? Like, was he in Star Wars?
He was not in Star Wars. Big, but not that big. I don't think anything else is that big. Is there a franchise bigger than Star Wars?
That's what when you said big, that's the first thing I thought of. That's huge.
Yeah. Jay, line 2. Good, Jay.
Hey, JP, was he born in Canada?
No, I said white American dude, actor. Actor. Joe, line 3.
All right, so my original question was taken. Was his franchise a science fiction franchise?
Oh, man. You know something? I never saw the movies, so I'm not really sure, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, so it's borderline, though, is what you're saying. Like, it might be.
Honestly, I have absolutely no idea. I know that the franchise is big. I have no idea what it's about.
That's so weird. If it's that big, you don't know. You don't even know if it's like possibly sci-fi.
I swear to you. Well, who are you thinking?
Well, no, I was going to say then my question is out because I was thinking Star Trek franchise. So.
Yeah, no, not Star Wars, not Star Trek. None of that stuff.
What could this big, huge franchise be that you've never seen? Is it like way too old? And that's why, was this like in the 70s?
No.
Were there even franchises in the 70s?
You're going the wrong way.
Okay.
You're going the wrong way. Tyler, line 4.
Was he in the Fast and Furious?
No. Sexy Mark's on line 2. Missed you this weekend, buddy.
Missed you in your boats.
All right.
Hang on. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey,
sorry, mate. I went straight to. I thought I was talking to Dizzy. How's things going, mate?
Everything's good. Missed you this weekend. What'd you play golf with the president or something?
I was up at D.C. at the White House, yeah. So I had a congressional tour, and got to see all the tunnels and go through the White House and had a good time.
Nice.
Yeah. It was also rugby,
you're looking at
England against USA. Yeah, there you go.
What do you got?
There we go. This gentleman, his TV show he was in, was it science fiction based? The TV show, not the movies.
You stop asking me about the goddamn science fiction. He didn't do a ton of television. The one that the TV that I'm looking at is not science fiction. So I'm gonna go no there. Sorry, Mark. Let's go, Joe, line 4.
Hey, was he in the Harry Potter franchise?
No.
That would, that's good thinking. Like, what would you just not have any interest in seeing whatsoever at all? Was it a skewed toward females situation?
I don't think so. No. Patrick, line 2.
Hey, guys, was he in the Jaws franchise?
No. Again, you're going the wrong way. Newer. Don't go to the 70s. Don't go to the 80s. Don't go to the 90s.
Go to the aughts?
Go to the aughts, I guess.
I guess that we're calling them.
I guess, the aughts. All right, let's do Tom, line 6.
Hey, good afternoon. Was he in the Harry Potter series?
No, somebody else just asked that too. Not in Harry Potter. Omar, line 5.
Hey, how are you?
What's up? How are you?
Was he in Star Wars?
Not in Star Wars. All right, Monifa, you want to give us nerd notes?
I have nerd notes. I can give you
God.
nerd notes. A white American actor that had a big career, big movies, big hits, awards. The award he won, an Oscar, I think you said, is actor in leading role.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a big franchise that's in the aughts, apparently. And he was considered a legend and an icon, not a comedian, though. And he did not die within the last 10 years.
Correct. And I will say he was nominated for 4 Academy Awards. 3 were for a supporting role. He did not win. He did win for actor in a leading role. And that was in the aughts, I think.
It's just fun to say aughts.
Let's go with Anthony, line 2.
Hey, my question was the gentleman in part of Hunger Games?
Yes.
Oh, was he Philip Hoffman?
Philip Seymour Hoffman is the dead guy in the envelope. Yes.
Love that guy. I love him.
Congratulations. You are our winner. You got Blink 182, Cage the Elephant, or Papa Roach. Pick one.
Ooh, Papa Roach.
All right, you got a pair of tickets to see Papa Roach at the Amp Saturday, October 4th. Hold on, you win. Philip Seymour Hoffman is the dead guy in the envelope. And yes, Monica, to answer your question at the very beginning, if he's not considered an icon now, I think when people look back on that guy's career, icon is definitely going to be the word.
Boogie Nights.
What a big Boogie Nights alone. But I never realized that he was in Hunger Games. And I also never realized how big goddamn Hunger Games was. Oof.
Apparently so. I never saw it either. Not my thing.
Yeah, so I don't, like you said, they asked me if it was like science fiction. Like, I don't know. I have really no idea what it's about.
I think it's more fantasy than it, but I could be, but just, I don't know that it's sci-fi as much as it is fantasy.
Yeah.
But either way.
He was in Charlie Wilson's War, which was great. He won the Oscar for Capote.
Was he in Pirate Radio? I feel like he was.
He was in Almost Famous. He
Philip.
was in the talented Mr. Ripley. Like, this guy's, he was in Patch Adams with Robin Williams.
He was in Mission Impossible, yeah.
Yeah, he did all that kind of stuff, man. He was
he
huge
wasn't.
career, and then he overdosed.
He was
died.
If you haven't seen the movie Pirate Radio, you need to see the movie Pirate Radio because it's funny and it's stupid, but it's it's also a little dramatic. Like it's everything you need. And it's got him in it. And to me, like there's a few people like Jason.
Is he
Bateman's-
definitely in that?
Yes. He plays the one DJ who just gets mad at the other DJ when he comes in. Did you see it?
I did not see Pirate
Oh
Radio.
yeah, he plays the.
Was that with Christian Slater?
No, you're thinking which I have. That's a 90s or an 80s thing, I think. I can't think of the name of it right now, but no, Pirate Radio. I want to say it's like the early 2000s, I think. But he plays a kind of a jerk DJ, but it's all about Pirate Radio. It's in the name. I don't know what to tell you, but it's all these different jocks that are awesome, and there's a little twist surprise, and it's funny, and it's stupid, and I love it. One of my favorites.
Well, that's cool.
2009.
That's Dead Guy in the Envelope, ladies and gentlemen. We'll play tomorrow again at right around 12:15. Another shot for you to get in on the $1,000 with Calta's Summer Vacay Payday. That's going to happen at 1 o'clock. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Call me a joker, call me a fool, but at this moment I'm totally cool.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone and Neutral are sending you to see one of the biggest bands of this or any generation. Oasis. Live in California. Oasis. Head to theboneonline.com now for the locations of QR code posters near you. Scan the QR code on the poster and you can score a flyaway to see Cage the Elephant open for Oasis in California, including airfare and tickets. And that's not all. You also get a pair of front row tickets to see Cage the Elephant at the Baycare Sound Clearwater on September 17th. Don't wait. Visit theboneonline.com now to find the location nearest you to register. From 102.5 The Bone and Neutral, keep it tasty.
During the month of July, Renewal by Anderson of Tampa and Sarasota has a huge summer sale. You buy 4 windows or doors, you get the 5th for free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Renewal by Anderson. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Superior products, exceptional service.
When you hire Bernetti PA for your injury case, we make the process easy for you to monitor. We provide you our app so that you can monitor your case at any time. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Tomorrow, some of us will wake up and it will be our last day on this earth. It will be unexpected and without warning. Each year, 250,000 people will die from medical malpractice, the third leading cause of death in America. 43,000 will die in a car or truck crash. 6,000 will die working on the job. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, and we represent many of these families. It's awful. Unfortunately, many times some of these family members are not speaking and never get to say, I'm sorry or goodbye. If you're at odds with a loved one, listen closely. Pick up the phone. Call them. Say you're sorry. I promise a huge burden will be lifted from your heart and your soul will be renewed. Even if you're not wrong in your own mind, it doesn't matter. Death is bad enough. Death without closure and love will follow you the rest of your days. Trust me on this. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Fresh local trades, luxury for less at Furman Luxury Used Cars. New arrivals hit our lot daily. BMWs, Audis, Broncos, Hondas, and more. All priced for every budget. We hand-pick premium vehicles for local trades. And every one includes a free Carfax for peace of mind. Quick trade appraisals, flexible financing, transparent pricing, luxury made affordable. Only at Furman Luxury Used Cars on US 19 in Palm Harbor. Shop now at FurmanLuxuryUsedCars.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Nothing makes sports more exciting than betting on them at Hard Rock Bet. Baseball, soccer. You can even bet on UFC on the White House lawn. Refer your friends to Hard Rock Bet and you'll both score a bonus bet up to $50. That's $50 for you and up to $50 for them. Bet together, win together. Roll with us on Hard Rock Bet. Download it now at hardrock.bet or on your phone and start winning. It's Hard Rock Bet. Download it now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. To wager, terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people without destroying your credit. They can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, Monica and Diz, 800-771-1025. You'll have another crack to get your possibly get your hands on that $1,000 at 1 o'clock with Mr. Senning. What, Diz?
Yeah, so I wanted to know if you saw this latest thing where guys aren't approaching women anymore.
You know, I saw it. I started reading it a little bit, and I got sidetracked. I would imagine that it's just because, like, well, what is it? Tell me what it is. What's the story?
Well, basically, it's basically guys have been like, you know, attractive women. It's hard to go approach them in like natural settings as far as like bars, clubs, etc.
Okay.
Because I feel like they're used to that and they get annoyed of that. And it's easier to go online and meet them on like dating sites and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I've always thought with dating sites for dudes, there's like 100 guys or to every one woman.
Oh, you're right. 100%. Yeah.
So, I mean, how much easier can it possibly be on a dating site than in person?
I think it's more that what they're trying to say is the rejection is easier to do online instead of going in person and then like getting turned down and like.
So it hurts less online than it does in real life?
Yeah, it seems like it's easier to make that connection. Well, not easier to make the connection, but easier to deal with the rejection as well as have the confidence to go talk to a girl online because you're not face to face with them.
Right.
So maybe Monica's been looking in the wrong spot for some dates and needs to get back to
What are
online
you
dating.
thinking? You mean she should be going towards the like spot? I'm confused. Spots other than bars and that kind of places,
Well,
or
I'm just saying, like for Monica specifically, it might be because I know she said she wasn't a big fan of dating apps.
Yeah, no.
Right.
But she should probably, give it a second try and think, that's
it'll be a
great
third
place.
try for as long as I know, or at least we've had this conversation. I feel like we've had a conversation about her joining dating apps a handful of times, I feel like you do. Tell me if I'm wrong here, Monica. You do it, and you do it for a weekend, and you get disgusted, and by Monday you delete it.
Yeah, I'm all annoyed with all of it. Yeah.
What are you disgusted by?
Just the annoyance of these guys who are just morons. Like, why are you like, hey, beautiful, what are you doing this weekend? And to me, it just like, it's so much easier for me in person, because there's a rapport or not, because we can vibe off of each other, and then the guy who might be playing it safe with generic things, but in person, if I'm busting balls, he can bust balls back, and it's just you can't bust balls over an app. It just doesn't come off right sometimes. So to me, I just don't like the genericness of it.
Yeah.
Nobody's like the guys I was talking to, just they weren't original. They didn't seem to make any like effort to be different. It was all just very stupid. I just don't have patience. And I listen, 100% take accountability. I'm tough. I know that. I need more than one-liners that are lame.
Right. But what responsibility would you say because you're on those dating apps for the same reason. You want to meet somebody too. So don't you feel like you have a little bit of responsibility towards maybe making the first move and introducing yourself to somebody?
I was on Bumble. I for that reason, because I was annoyed with their approach, for that exact reason of what you're saying, I went on Bumble because I have to make the first move. So I would say something to these guys and make it,
really?
That's how Bumble works. You can't, it's up to me to make the first move. So not a problem. I'm going to be me. I'm not going to be, hello, how are you? How is your day going?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say something, and that to me would give the person the okay, or to know that I'm not going to, we can joke around. We can be silly here. We don't have to be stiff and generic. And they come back with, oh, so how are you? Oh my God, really? Ugh.
I remember Bumble had
so gross.
They had like a speed dating type thing in there, where like at certain hours from like 6 to 7.
I would do a speed dating. I would do a speed dating so
It
fast.
sounds so weird, but it's so much fun because like I did it just because like I was bored. I was like, all right, let's see who's on this.
This is on an app or this is in real life?
No, this is on Bumble. This was on Bumble. And you would just match with someone. It wouldn't show you their photo, and you just have a conversation. And then at the end, it would time out and would show you their photo, and then I would get to see your photo, and you'd go, yeah, let's make this a match or not.
I love it.
But it was actually really fun.
Because
it's like quick. You got to think of something to interact with them immediately and see if like, is there any connection? Do we have like similar humor, or like where we go with conversations? So that's something you should consider.
I think, well, to a certain degree, but I also think it would be very cool to do, I just Googled, an in-person speed dating. Like, let's just go. Let's just, and it's silly. And if I'm annoyed with this conversation, or obviously you could very well be annoyed with the conversation I'm having, then we're done. Then we're not wasting time. It's not.
Have you ever done it?
No, but I want to.
I kind of feel like that if I was back in the dating world, that's something I might do.
Yeah.
I would like to think I wouldn't have to resort to stunts.
What do you mean?
But like doing like this, like whether it's, that's going to sound crappy. I don't mean it to sound crappy, but like doing like the apps, or like I would like to think that I can still meet somebody and talk to somebody and,
still got
and
the
do
game,
it,
yeah.
and do it that way. Not that I ever really had game, because like I said, I was never a meet 'em in the bar kind of place. But, in the life that we live, we're out in the public eye. I don't even have to approach anybody. Monica, you don't have to approach anybody.
I mean,
do you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't mind approaching someone. I honestly don't. In fact, I just learned a secret from someone this past weekend.
What's that?
In regards to approaching someone. Apparently, most people subconsciously, without knowing it, if they think that you're attractive, or if they want to take a double look or whatever, that they are like, when you see them, or when you're walking across, they'll lift their eyebrows. They'll go, oh. Like without
really?
even realizing it, yeah. So to me, now I'm going to be on the lookout for that. And if someone lifts their eyebrows, then to me, I'll feel better about approaching that person if I want to.
I was kind of the same way as you, JP, when I first, was thinking about getting into the dating thing. I was like, well, I'm going to just go meet someone naturally and blah, blah, blah. But again, I've said this all the time, that once I got in the dating apps, I realized how much you could just filter out and find people that are you're more likely to connect with.
I filter everybody out, though.
Yeah.
I'm so picky. I feel like there's like 2 people and they live in, Bangladesh. I don't even know.
I think your issue is you look for one of those things that you think will be an issue. which might not even be an issue. You're just like, you're looking for a reason to be like, that one won't work because he's not a Bills fan, or that one won't work
But
because...
it wouldn't, though.
That's what I'm saying. I think at first, though, you do throw that out there, and you don't think like, it could work. I'm kind of being a little too picky.
Yeah, and I don't like to use the word picky, though everybody else does. I just know what I want, and I readily admit what I want is very narrow. Like it's not a broad net to cast by any means. At the same time, I know me, and it would just be a waste of time. Like, what am I doing here? I'm just doing it. I don't need to date someone.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I let any of those filters go, I would just be doing it because out of desperation, like, I just want a boyfriend. I don't.
Let me buy you a dude hooker.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Get her the Punisher from the Diddy parties.
Let me buy you a dude hooker.
Is he for rent?
Yeah.
No, I don't want a dude hooker. I don't. I want a gigolo. I think that's what they're called, right? No,
Whatever.
Pass.
Dude
on the
hooker is
gigolo.
funnier. I'm sticking with dude hooker.
A dooker?
We're fine.
Fine. You know what? No, I'm just not that's not my thing. But again, I'm so much in JP. Like you said, you've known me for however long. Garrett's been on the show for however long. I'm not the same like I was before. Where nope, I don't care. No, I'm trying, and it's taking major baby steps, but I'm getting there, and I got to take it at my pace.
My thing from the dating apps was like, I was afraid of like, let's say I meet someone at a bar or club and we connect really well and we start moving forward. Then I figure out more about her that we didn't have those conversations before, like you would have on the dating apps. And I find out like, oh, she thinks she gets energy from rocks and she collects spiritual rocks. And, like,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ.
And then I find that out. And then I'm just going to be like, well, I just invested all this time for nothing because I found out this girl, gets her energy from rocks, which is insane. I don't need that.
That's why I like that speed dating idea. I would do that in a bar.
Yeah, I think.
I think if I was going to do anything, I would probably do that.
Remember the lock and key event I did years ago?
Yeah.
I keep getting, and I'm grateful. I'm not complaining, but I keep getting texts from that same company or whatever. And I got one a couple of weeks ago or something and it was like a Tuesday or something. And they're like, hey, we have a speed dating event here. And I think it was in Sarasota or something. And it's, but we had 2 people cancel. So we have 2 free if you want to bring a friend and we can speed date or whatever. And if it weren't in Sarasota on a Tuesday, I would have gone in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
That's a weird time and day.
Yeah. But I'm hoping and I get those periodically. So one of these times I'm going to be like,
well, why don't you respond to them? Are they going to have any in the St. Pete area?
I did. I said, unfortunately, Sarasota's not, far. I'm like, I'm more of a Tampa girl. So if they're here, let me know, whatever. So I'm excited about at least, and then I can do my own, like I can look into it myself too. But I think speed.
What if, because I know you kind of like don't like big ticket items. But what if you met a guy?
Probably the nicest way you've ever said that. Thank you.
Yeah, it is. That was tough. I don't know if you saw me struggling with that.
No, I didn't. I love it.
Because I started out, all right, we all know you hate money.
Yeah,
she doesn't hate
that's
money.
what you
But she hates
usually
people
say.
with money. But no, she doesn't hate people with money. She hates the things that they buy with the money.
Yeah.
So if this dude, you met this guy on an app or at a gig or at like one of these speed dating things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you really like him.
Mm-hmm.
You hit it off. And, you leave, you get maybe a couple of phone calls or a couple of text chats or whatever it is. You go grab a drink or a coffee, whatever, lunch. And you find out he drives an expensive car.
Okay. Like what? Like, for example?
A Benz.
Okay, that's, well, yeah, okay.
He drives a Benz.
Uh-huh.
Are you immediately turned off?
No, because if we're hitting it off, he's not a jerk who drives a Benz. He just happens to like a Benz and he buys it. I'm not mad at you for that. I'm mad at the attitude that you think you're better than people if you have a Benz. However, I reserve.
Not everybody's like that, right?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. So
Okay.
I wouldn't be immediately no because you have a Benz. I would be like, yeah, I'm glad that you're not one of the jerks or whatever. But I also would absolutely positively bust his balls about having a Benz without a shout. And if a man that I date can't handle me mocking him, just like he can mock my Yaris all day long, but if you can't take that and with a grain of salt of okay, Mr. Benz, and even though I know we get along and I'm not serious about that, then that's not the guy for me.
Dudes like don't want their balls broken, right?
Well, then you're not for me. Then you're not for me. If your ego is so fragile.
It's not about having a fragile ego. It's that like you go and you work, you have your career, you have this. I'm not saying you want your relationships easy, but that whole idea of like, I want a challenge. Nobody wants a challenge. They want their personal life to be easy because the rest of life is difficult.
And I understand what you're saying, and I would never lead. I would never lead with it. If we've been getting along and everything's great, and I would see his car, I would never be like, oh, I wouldn't lead with it. But we know each other well enough now, and if you're not comfortable enough in with me, and not just about the car, about anything, it shouldn't be tough. It should be we can joke around with stupid stuff like that, and we know each other well enough. And if that's not the type of person who can handle that, then that person's not for me, and that's okay. It's not a bad person, just not for me.
God, so many rules.
I just don't want a fragile ego wuss. I don't know that that's a lot of rules.
Yeah, but, there's one thing about a fragile ego. I don't think it's... Yeah, no, listen, I got what you're saying. I'm not going to, go round and round about it, but I just need you... Listen, I need you to have sex.
No, you don't. I'm doing
right.
right.
No, I do. No.
Now, what? Why? Okay,
No,
what
do.
changes in your life if I beg someone?
Because your whole mood's going to change.
Yeah.
I'm in a
Your
great
whole mood,
I'm
your
in a
whole
bad
demeanor.
mood.
If you're getting laid on a regular basis, do you know how much easier things and smoother things are going to go on the show?
They're not.
Do you understand
they're
this?
Not smooth,
Oh,
and I'm in
yeah.
a very good mood. I'm not. When was the last time I was in a bad mood, like
But
a really bad mood?
Small things like just a thing that we say that might upset you won't, because you'd be
Won't
like, I just
upset
got
you.
laid last night. Who
Right.
cares?
Like, I'll sit here and I'll go through show prep stuff, like where I want to go, what I want to do, and I'll be like, nah, you know what? Let's not do that one today. But if you're getting laid, I'm like, I can do that one today.
But then
I know.
But here's the
I know.
thing.
It sounds crazy, but
does.
that's life.
It does, but I think you're just like, you said earlier, not all guys with BMWs or whatever you said are jerks, and they're not. I know that. I'm not going to be mad at every single subject you think I might get mad at. We test it out, and I'm like, ugh. If it's ugh, then it's ugh. But we don't know.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with me having sex. I am in a fantastic mood. I just came off a great weekend. I didn't have sex.
I understand that. But I know after Jackhammer weekends,
Now that's true too.
you were quite joyful. And dare I say, a pleasure to be around. I'm just looking to get back to that. That's it for us. Senning is in next. He's got your shot with the $1,000 Calta Summer Vacay Payday coming up in just about as soon as he cracks the mic open. So good luck to that. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thank you, Diz. Thank you, Monica. See you later, everybody. Bye.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
102.5 The Bone and Stella Artois are on a mission to find the best wings in the Bay. Voted $5 Drinkery, St. Pete Kahunas, and Whiskey Wings Tarpon Springs. Scan the QR code, vote, and you can win Stella swag, beer, bragging rights. You decide. Go to thebestwingsinthebay.com for details.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Summer is here, so if you are thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can sell your home quickly and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP, and you can skip all the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home quickly without the stress of showings, open houses, and those costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed all-cash offer allows you to sell your home in as little as 21 days and move when you're ready. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Summer is here, and so is the Honda Summer Event. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Honda your first stop and drive a new Honda Pilot, $479 per month, or a new Honda Accord Hybrid, just $329 per month. Test drive your new Honda today at Crown Honda. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Hot in your house? Superheat Air and Plumbing, powered by the experts at ABC, has your back. Get a $29 AC system check, working or not. If it needs a fix, that $29 rolls into the repair. Fast, pro service, same day. Go to superheatandair.com.
John Senning here for the National Aviation Academy. Whether you're a youngin' just getting out into the workforce, looking for an exciting future, or someone who is just tired of the daily grind and ready for a change, you need to think about a career in aviation maintenance. And we're lucky to have the National Aviation Academy right here in Clearwater that can have you trained and entering the workforce in just a few months. Getting into engines, propellers,